your show. All I've got is just for you. You ready for my beef tonight? I'm okay, just treat me right. Come in, me people, come in, me friend. What you gonna do when you come to defend? Question ask, me answer them. Wheel it up and pull it up and mash again. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Oh, yes. Welcome, friends. Welcome to the show. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to the audio show. All I've got is just for you. You ready for my beef tonight? I'm okay, just treat me right. Come in, me people, come in, me friend. What you gonna do when you come to defend? Question ask, me answer them. Wheel it up and pull it up and mash again. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Oh, yes. Happy birthday, yeah, my friend. Yes. One more year pandemic. Yes. Give thanks for life. Make sure you know. Next year we're doing it again, Charmaine. Happy birthday, yeah, my friend. Yes. One more year pandemic. Yes. Give thanks for life. It's very nice. Next year we're doing it again. Charmaine. Happy birthday, Charmaine. Happy birthday, of course, from the channel. Today, friends, it's Charmaine's birthday. If you see her in that chat, and she is doing what she's doing today, her birthday. Today is Charmaine's birthday. As somebody says, sweet 16, basically, because after a certain age, your age doesn't move. That's it. I'm with you, Charmaine. I'm with you. I haven't grown an inch since a certain point in time. This is who I am right now. My birthday can't go any further. That's what I am right now. Yes. Sweet 16. Sweet 16. So yes, Charmaine, you haven't moved past 16. If you're trying to find out what Charmaine's age is, 16. Next year, she's going to be 16. You hear that? Next year, she's going to be 16. The year after that, she's going to be 16. Yes, only if you start with D and the music group, just remember Destiny's Child. That's correct. That is correct. So this is where we're going today. That's correct. You come for your birthday dinner, Lord Charmaine. I saw the husband work with the thing just like that. Charmaine, I'm so happy that your husband has done what he needs to do. You know, tell him, say, we're glad to hear that. We're always happy to have you. It's like such a pleasure. You're always so refreshing for us to have you each and every time. Let him know that, here from O'Neill TV, that, we really enjoy you being on the channel. Really, really do. Really, really do. All right, friends. So let's jump into this. That's correct, Charmaine. One more year pandemic. But if you ask her how old is she next year, please, friends, she's only 16. She's only 16. Charmaine 16. Whatever year you ask her, she's only 16. Only 16. Yes, Charmaine. Well, friends, let's jump into today's skits. Let's talk a little bit about the music industry business that y'all ask questions of. And, Nanya asked, O'Neill, can you shed some light on this? Stop counting at 50. Them ask O'Neill to shed some light on the music business. Now, Wayne, it feels like Wayne has gone to here to take over the People's Studio. It feels like Wayne wants to take over Dee's studio. He did this deliberately. This is, ladies, I'm going to tell you something. I think this is, Mom was always 21. That's right. I think that Wayne did this deliberately because he's trying to show Dee something. This is about ego. I am a male. I'm gonna tell you, ladies, the truth. Sometimes men have a lot of ego, ladies. Men have only ego, and the ego in us makes us do things like this. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you all the truth. This is how men are. We have only ego, and that's what it is right now. Let me jump in it.
Okay. This what we doing?
D.
She being loyal to herself first.
You know I'm a loyal person.
You're not showing me no loyalty though. That's not what you're doing.
D, you want me to win is what you've always told me at the end of the day.
I've always wanted you. Look, I want you to win.
Yes.
But also I want you to be a part of West Side Music Group. Remember, that's what we doing. We a family. One band, one sound. That's what we talked about.
Yes.
Did we not talk about that?
Yes, we talked.
Do you remember me saying that to you?
Okay, but I need to be properly pushed.
Okay, and you're going to get properly pushed, but you can't just jump ship. You can't just jump ship. I get it. The man come around with the money, waving the money in your face, and now you see a green light. You like, I'm just going to go over there. Because you know what you had said the other day when we was in there with Momo. Remember you said that? You was like, it's the funding. That's what it is, ain't it?
I said that because I need,
because what?
Because I do need to be properly pushed, but I'm loyal. I have nothing but love for you.
She's saying she's loyal. This won't be the first time Wayne has taken over something. That is correct. This will not be the first time. He's done this before, Tina. He has done this before. Wayne is absolutely too greedy. He has done this before. I'm not lying. He's done this before. I'm glad, Charmy, that you and the kids and the husband went out. I'm happy that y'all have a wonderful time. I love that. D should let his artist shine. I think he wants to let his artist shine on one journey. I think what D's asking for is just to get some amount of cohesion in it. Wayne does not want. Wayne is making it seem like he wants to work with D, but it doesn't seem like he wants to do that. See, there you go. I love the shaman. A whole life with loyalty is the loyalty that they're talking about. They're saying she could have been loyal, and the truth of the matter is, yes, she could have been a little bit loyal. I want you to represent yourself, but come on, like a little bit of loyalty. I don't think D is saying him don't want to have Wayne work with him, but I think that Wayne has come up and it feel like it's two separate labels. It don't feel like it's one label. Wayne has separated the people. He's taken over the entire thing. He is a cancer. And you know how cancer stay. Basically, they say cancer is like a parasitic cell, which you just keeps taking over different parts of the body. Someone called Wayne a cancer before, and it looked like, you know. But this is the deal of the matter. Wayne just knows how to get into things and create confusion. I just believe that. I just not like how he has done things. One more year upon them. Wayne does not want to work with anyone. He don't want to work with anyone. He wants to take it over. And that's the problem. Wayne came here to prove a point. It feels like Wayne came to prove a point. You let the fox in. There you go. You let the fox in, the end. Once you let the fox in, you are correct. You know what? One journey, I'm going to accept that. That's it. I thought that Kelly Rowland sound better than Beyonce, but they put the money behind Beyonce. They did because Beyonce has the look. 3 years with D and nothing. Which I think I understand what you're saying when you said the 3 years. Look here, I'm not saying that Wayne cannot work with them, but it's how Wayne is trying to work with them. Wayne is taking away the artist. Wayne is not offering Westside Music Group anything. That is the difference. The difference is that Wayne is not offering Westside Music Group anything. What Wayne is doing is all the investment that D has put up so that them can have samples and whatever else it is. Wayne wants to take all of those without paying any monies at all for it. That is what the problem is. That is what the big problem with this is. Wayne has taken over. D is frustrated because this keeps happening to him with every business venture that he has tried. That's correct, because people come around and them try and play him. Wayne didn't come in discussing what needed to be done. He came in basically doing things his way. This was not a partnership. Wayne is a takeover. That's correct. Wayne is a takeover, and Anthony also took over the restaurant. Wayne always hollering at Jesus is popping. Like, seems like he only wants it popping for him. That's right. Wayne is popping. D was not running that business well. It was stagnant. That's why his mother left him. And that's fine, you know. Let's look here. I'm not saying that Wayne cannot provide anything valuable to D. That's not what I'm saying. But Lyrica's D's thing to Lyrica is she could have been a little more loyal in saying, okay, Wayne, I don't mind signing with you, but these are the stipulations. No stipulations at all. She's just gone over to Kountry Wayne music. That is gonna hurt anybody that spend the money. Imagine, Goddess London, you put up 20,000 US for me during the times that nobody's there. Then I don't know. Let me give you a big record company. Then Virgin Records come or Universal Music comes in, and they just sign me away, and your $20,000 is gone. That's what D's facing. That's what he's showing you. That's correct. There you go. Now me love this now that Evan is saying. The flip side to this is, if we were to flip it on D, is to show D that D also needs to tighten up his business. The next side of the puzzle is that D needs to tighten up business. That's true. D needs to tighten up business. That's the next piece. Yes or no. D needs to tighten up business. And I will say that it's best to have paper contracts. But sometimes some people try to do like a handshake deal. And nothing is wrong with that at all if you do a handshake deal. I'm going to be very honest with you guys. Nothing is wrong with a handshake deal. So long as the people and the parties them can understand what a handshake deal is and how to work it. No lawyer, no contract. And that's the deal. That is correct. That is also correct. That is also correct, One Journey. No lawyer, no contract. That is true too. That's why I'm flagging D as well. D is working off of street code. But street code gets eaten very quickly when it comes to real business. Corporate and street is run two different ways. That's what D don't realize.
Okay, so if you're going to get properly pushed, then why don't you just stay down with the label, then you're going to get properly pushed? It seems like you jumping shit. That what it look like.
Can we keep it real here?
Energy is low.
D, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm noticing you got a temper. Your temper, brother. We can't have this in Kountry Wayne Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No way. That's what it was about. It's about Kountry Wayne Entertainment. This ain't about you really coming in and trying to really help. You coming in and you want to take over. You want to take the artist. Because I kept hearing you say, oh, Kountry Wayne Entertainment. That's what you keep saying, but this is Westside Music Group. That's what you fell to realize.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, though, this Kountry Wayne Entertainment and Westside Music Group, and we was going to put it behind Lyrical, but you sitting up here.
We going to put it behind both of them. You can't come in here and just tell me you going to do this, that, and the third.
You're right.
You was asked to help. That's what you asked him to do. You asked him to come help, right?
I did ask Wayne to come and help.
Yeah.
So the culprit of this all is the honey pot girl. Is the honey pot girl the cause of this? She has caused this. Long time this girl has caused these foolishness. Let me read some comments real quick here. Tina, let me read your comment real quick. So O'Neal, because he does not tighten up, he deserves no. And that's what I'm saying, Angela Atkinson. I'm getting both sides. I don't appreciate the fact that she's not loyal. I'm on your side with that. Him not deserve to lose the artist. I'm just giving him a critique that him also need to tighten up. But the truth of the matter is the artist should be very, very loyal. I have to agree on it. Wayne hasn't had one song from Wayne's music group. I've not seen it. Nothing big no come out yet. Wayne has the money and that's it. He doesn't even know who Lyrica is. She's a famous songwriter. Wayne did not do his research, just threw money at her. And that's how Wayne has been operating. That's the problem. That is the problem. Wayne has to throw money. Wayne was talking to D about the funding and how the federal government would question its financial resources. It might be better to he take lead. Even if he's talking to him about that though, Tina, the problem is how Wayne is going about it. Wayne is strong-arming the business. That's the problem. The problem is that Wayne is strong-arming him. And I know he's doing it because I know this. It's a tactic. The man who has spent the money start work the strong-arming of the thing and you don't want strong-arming it. The problem is that Wayne is strong-arming it. I believe that they could have used both artists because Nina has a unique voice. That's what I said. People say with Nina can't sing, but I want to tell y'all something. Music is 90. are about 95% business and 5% talent. Let me just say that again. Music is about 95% music and 5% talent. That means the talent come last. The business come first. Meaning if you have the right people and you can plug into the right channels, then the talent come afterward. I'm sure that you guys have seen artists lip syncing when they're not supposed to lip sync. Boy, I better know. It is chaotic. It is indeed chaotic. Let me see what I say. O'Neal be on here. Like chaos and dysfunction isn't the whole point. It is chaotic. You know what, Squallow? It is chaotic. I think we're just kind of discussing the chaos, if you ask us, because that's what they give us each day to break down chaos. But that's just the deal. It's how they have done this. Let me run into a part that let me show you how bad this got. Let me show you how bad this got.
You getting your feelings right now?
No, I'm not getting my feelings. See, I'm being real. I'm a loyal person. All right, okay. You know what? Whose side you on? I'm not talking about relationship. I understand that's your man, but in business, whose side you on? You Kountry Wayne ENT or you West Side Music Group?
Well, if I could speak, y'all making bad decisions. You definitely is West Side Music Group in this, but you my girl. I love you. Give me a kiss.
Wayne.
But
that's the dirtiness that Wayne will do. This is the dirtiness. And thank you for the super chat, Evan White. Evan White says, Lyrica is supposed to be a partner alone with being an artist. That's why y'all need to understand this. This is why Wayne is dirty. This is what this is about. In case y'all don't realize, this is what this is about. This is what it is about. It ain't about no music. Wayne is here to prove a point that he can must. This is where Wayne has lost credibility in the entire argument. This is why it is not about the music. This is where, thank you very much for the super chat, Evan White. That's correct. She's supposed to be a partner in the entire thing. Tell Wayne what you would want to happen. This is what it's about. D needs to get rid of the teapot girl. ASA need to run out the teapot girl quick. I agree the man with the money wants to take over. Wayne, Anthony, Rowe, all taking over someone's business. That's true. And that's what they're doing. This is petty. Anybody who knows what Lyrica's handle, so I can look her up. There you go. Tamara should have listened to Shayla because that's who gave Tamara the idea. Shouldn't listen to Shayla. Shouldn't have. D could have said no to his help the artist, but he doesn't have to be loyal when there's no contract. That's personal business. Here's the deal about this. Is it legally wrong? No. It's not legally wrong. But if you are calling yourself a person who is loyal, and if somebody is there for you during the time, come on, at least you can actually show some loyalty. You can't be a real snake in the entire business. Please. Don't act like you don't want to go with this right now. Just a little bit of loyalty. Hey, listen to me. You don't have to sell your soul. You know? I'm not telling you to sell your soul. That's what it is. But there you go, Charmaine. They're both acting like dons. One a done and one a done it. And I would beg to say that Wayne is like a done it, basically. This is what it's about. This was a kiss from Judas. This was Judas betraying Jesus. This is what this show. Why we need to have the big old kiss in the middle of business? This is a deliberate attempt. This is a deliberate attempt to see if he can throw D off. This was what it is. I'm trying to gaslight him about him in his feelings. Wayne is despicable. Wayne need to relax himself. He need to calm down. He's disgusting. Kountry Wayne has always been like this. He's extremely petty. Even upon him special, him just as petty. That's what he is. You said D had done it. What you mean they had done it, Goddess London? Or you get beef with the done it? Wayne just wants to prove that he can take these girls and artists because he has the money. That's what this is about. This is about showing that my pockets are bigger than yours. Ladies, don't take this too tough. This is just how men roll. You make some money and you start proof on the next man. No, I'm not interested in that, but you have some men who are interested in that. You have men who are interested in doing that. That's what this is. Anyways, I'm going to spend time on this because it is what it is, you know? It is what it is at this point in time. I guess we can't fix it. Let me move to the next one because I want to make sure we keep us tight. You understand? Let me keep us tight today. Let me keep us extremely tight. So let me go to the next thing. I'm gonna keep us tight. Y'all know what I feel about it. It's two parts to it. I love y'all's comments, but it's two parts to it. One, D needs to do better business. That's true. D needs to get better with his paperwork if he really wants to work at what he's working at. That's one. But two, it's also about loyalty. It's also about loyalty. They might ask you loyalty over opportunity. And the truth of the matter is, you don't necessarily have to compromise loyalty for opportunity if it is done right. That's what I think the message was. You don't have to compromise loyalty. You don't. D is broke. He can't afford to spend money on the artist. He can't. But the thing is this though. The truth of the matter is he has been developing the artist. He might can't go any further, but he has done the best he can, and he should be rewarded for that. That's what we're saying. Mommy, thank you very much for the super chat today. Let's see what Mommy says. Mommy says, at minimum, Lyrica should have been truthful when D came to speak with her earlier. D came to that meeting totally unaware. They pull a fast one. Guys, don't act like y'all don't see what's going on. If somebody pull a fast one with you guys, that's what it is. Loyalty or lights out. But they're not saying lights out though. They're saying it's loyalty. This is what they're saying. Loyalty versus opportunity. This is the deal with loyalty and opportunity. You can have both if you get it right. D does have to do better business-wise. The point is this. You can still have some loyalty. What Lyrica should have done was to give Wayne, this is what she probably could have done, give Wayne some stipulations to the agreement. Hey Wayne, okay, I don't mind signing with you. I love that you like me, the artist, but I think I come with D. How can I get D involved? And I think that's what D is asking. He's trying to find out how does he fit. That's the problem. Where does D fit? Does he not fit? All right, do you pay D a fee then? That's the question. That's what he's saying. Wayne is saying, I'm not giving D anything. I'm just dealing straight with the artist. That's exactly what's going on. That's true. But the deal of the matter is this though. He's been there with her and she has had him. I mean, he has had her. Meaning that he's been taking care of these artists. I want you to look at it this way. Let me explain something to you, Stephanie. Sometimes you might have a person like D that maybe hasn't taken you very far, but they have made you not give up. You probably were about to give up on your dream, and somebody like D come around and sustain you for a period of time and made you actually believe. Don't discount what D has done. Trust me. I know it's easy for us to discount other people, but I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you this. Don't discount what the man before Wayne come to do. The man before Wayne may have had what's her name? Lyrica last in the best way they possibly can. Nothing wrong with that, Stephanie. O'Neal is an artist too. That's all me saying now. Loyalty doesn't pay the bills. That's again, O'Neal is not saying that Lyrica shouldn't take the opportunity, but I'm saying if you balance that with some loyalty. That's what O'Neal is saying. Balance the opportunity with a little loyalty. That's what O'Neal is saying. But don't worry, hey, don't worry. We're going to see what Wayne does for her. Because sometimes these things backfire. I've seen them backfire a lot of times. You run off with the label and think it's going to work, and it don't work. It flops. But that's what I'm saying. You just want to balance it a little bit, friends. You don't know. Okay, D has had her for 3 years. And you said nothing happened. But during that 3 years, D has been making sure her bills can pay. Yes, he has. I want to make it look like D hasn't been trying doing them thing them. Him street money have been maintaining these girls. That's what his money has been doing. Wayne is an artist, thief. That's exactly what he is. But don't worry, Steph. Hey, no worries. Talk to me, Stephanie. I go to my band and play for 4 hours. Not a lot of money because I have a promoter, so I understand. I'm just waiting for my Wayne. You're waiting for your Wayne for just come in. So you leave the promoter. It's boy, you know, he's a tall. Can't bother. No worries, hey, no worries. I'm just giving you some time how it can work. All I'm saying is find a way out to include D, but D is being excluded. And that's the problem. The problem is that she has excluded D. The problem is that she has excluded him. That's it. Wayne is excluding D. That's the problem. Wayne is excluding him. That's the problem. These are the biggest problem. Let me read a couple of comments. We'll go right over to Anthony and them foolishness. D just hiding behind a record company. All right. We say bye-bye. Here it is. O'Neal and artist once told me that loyalty cannot pay Mr. Chin. You know what? You know what though? I've been in this position before. There was a time that I was working with some friends, right? And they recorded a couple of music for me. But I did reward them. Even though I have to leave them in the time that I leave them, I did reward them. I make sure so them get paid. So them never feel like their efforts were unwarranted. What's going on is D feel like he's gotten nothing for the 3 years that he's been putting money into it. That is what it is. But we hijack everything still. You know, that's just what's going on. Stephanie, I need to see you play. I need to see you play, Stephanie. So you have to tell her when you're playing, please. Stephanie, we need to know when you're playing. Do you have a page, Stephanie? Can I go watch your music? Who knows? I may just pop up. Stephanie, I need to see you play. Let me just make a note of that from right now. Only need to see you playing. I need to see you play. Wayne is not the only trying to steal from him. Wayne is trying to make him look bad on the way out. That's exactly what he's trying to do. To show him up. Why didn't D put his money behind Nina? He's been putting the money behind the two girls. Look, D has reached a stage, DC. He has reached the stage where him can't go any further. That's why they brought Wayne in. And it makes sense to get to the next step. Fine, Wayne can't be the end-all be-all, but him can get a little bit further than where D can get you. That's it. Dream girl, eh? That's right. That is right. Everything that Shingles does is calculated. Throw the baby on. New Direction, Rhythm and Blues. I'm gonna have to take a look at it. I need to make sure I see that. Stephanie, we need to come. We need to see your stuff, Stephanie, please. Since as you're a whole artist, we need to know we have music. Friend, Stephanie is an artist. She plays on a weekend, and I would love to see her sing at some point in time. But it's fine. I'll make sure we find some ways of seeing what's going on. For 9 years, she's been working. She works the circuits. That's good. That's good. That's good. All right, so let me jump into Anthony and Shayla. Let's work into this right here.
Here's Kai's allergy medicine.
Thank you. You know what? I think he's starting to get year-round allergies because it's kind of like a cold, but it's lingering.
Yeah, sometimes he gets stuck up in the middle of the night.
I actually, he's going to be at my mom's for the rest of the day. Do you mind just taking this over to him? I got to go and meet Iman.
Well, I thought he'd be over here, that's why.
Well, my mom wanted to keep him another day, so I said it was okay. But you can go take the medicine to him, see him for just a sec.
Well,
You don't have a
I
problem
have
with it.
stuff I need to do. I mean, can't you just drop it off wherever you're going?
I mean, Anthony is right down the street.
Okay.
You don't want to...
Hold on. I wanted to bring this up because, hold on. Let me ask y'all this. Let me just get a consensus from the populace. Chat, are they alone together? Are they alone together? Last week, when I was bashing Anthony that she shouldn't go inside and blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. Are they alone together? I'm going to show y'all, me debunk what's going on. This is why a lot of the foolishness last week me never bite. It's a Lord gosh. Eh? Y'all remembered last week when y'all said, no, O'Neal, she doesn't need to go inside. Aren't they alone together? So where did all of this thing come from about her going in Anthony's house? I told y'all this last week. At that moment when I saw Breeder, I would love to know what is the difference this week from last week. Something changed. Shayla just want to throw Iman in Anthony's face. Why didn't she text Anthony and tell him to drop the medicine at her mother? Right, because she want to make sure that Anthony come by to do this. I'm going to make sure that I watch a video, Rico DIY. I'm going to make sure. Shingles is full of tricks. Very contagious. Thank you very much. Sick of him and Shayla. Just get back together already. They have an hour conversation when Shayla could have taken the baby medicine. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. They're both trashy parents. That I do agree with because I'm definitely all over the place. Call him up on purpose. She knew Kai was not there. Kai is not there. Kai is not here. Remember last week only tell me all sorts of different things? Where is the whatever going to happen? I must the fabulous cause Kai is the fabuloso. Is the fabuloso causing Kai's allergies? Yes or no? It must be the fabuloso. Something tell me it's the fabuloso. The big bottle of fabuloso that she has in the house. That's what's causing Kai's allergies. It's the big old bottle of fabuloso what she have in there. Where nothing but the blood, eh? That's what has been causing Kai's allergies. The big bottle of fabulosa. I just wanted to play the scene because I'm over Shayla and Anthony. But she asked him to come over here to drop off the medicine. I can't blame him. He didn't do anything wrong. She asked him to come drop off the medicine and he did that. That's all it is.
See your son for just a second?
I have an appointment I have to get to. I mean, I'm pretty sure wherever you're going, you know, take your time, drop it off.
Well, I have to meet Iman. And I'm going to be late. Like, can you please just do me this favor?
I'm pretty sure Iman will understand that you're late because you have to drop off some medicine to your son.
So you're really tripping about taking this down the street, right?
So them both was arguing. And basically, Anthony started telling her that, you know, it's because of Iman why she doing this. And that part, I don't know where him come from with that. Because I don't know what does Iman have to do with you. Really and truly. Honestly, I don't. So again, I have to give him some flagging for that part. Shayla knows how to pull Anthony's strings. She could have texted him and told him that Kai's at whatever it is. She could have done this. Anthony not attracted to Shayla unless she's cleaning. If she not clean with the fabuloso. But I will for fabuloso, just like something there says. O'Neal, Shayla was calculating. She could have texted him to say that Kai was not there. Thank you. I'm happy that y'all are seeing this girl is doing her thing. This is why I'm going to trust her around Amber. Now do you see why? Now do you see why I don't trust her around Amber? That's why I'm going to trust her. This is why I only not give her no trust. Me not no faith when it comes to Shayla. None. Deadly combination. Deadly combination. Deadly combination. But I just wanted y'all to see this. I really have flagged him because I think him too much on the Iman stuff. He need to calm down with the Iman thing. Anthony really need to calm down on the Iman thing. But I'm going to get into his thing real quick. But I just wanted to pinpoint the mere fact that they were alone. I wanted to establish that on the live today because we talked about this last week. I'm going to give Amber all our ear time. I need to give Amber the ear time. So let's jump into this. We argued this yesterday. We talked about this yesterday, right? We talked about this podcast yesterday. This podcast. This podcast is becoming a problem. Okay? Always involved, this podcast is becoming a problem. It's becoming an issue. Listen to Keisha's idea and let's get into it.
I think you should listen to her. Okay.
You know what?
What do you have to say?
This is what I'm thinking. I actually don't think it's a bad idea. Do the podcast. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Hear her out. Danielle.
No smoke with
Okay.
me.
You know what?
That's not what I thought you were going to say.
Hear me out.
Okay, wait.
Hear me out.
You're not too bad after all. I like that.
Thank you.
You have lunch with us.
Thank you. So, this is what I'm thinking.
Uh-huh.
You do the podcast, right? And you use it to your advantage and you air her out. Everything. Put it on blast. That's what people like on podcasts, right? People like authenticity. People like the truth. People like to hear what's going on. What's going on is your best friend stole your husband, had a whole baby. A whole child.
So you want me
You
to
be babysitting, right?
Thank you.
She gonna expect you to go in there talking about the Lord, talking about God. We know you love to talk about Jesus, Amber.
Love Jesus. We know that she love Jesus. Okay. Let's run into this now. Let's talk about this. Again, should Amber air Shayla out on the podcast? I've put it inside of the chat. Should Amber air Shayla out? Let me ask that first. Should Amber air Shayla out on the podcast? I'm telling y'all this is up. But anyways, I'm going to listen to y'all today. I've already have my premonitions, so we're going to talk about it. Should Amber air her out? Should Amber go up on the podcast and say, you know what? This girl has been the worst in the world and just give the whole tea? Should she do this? Tina said no. Sharon, you say yes. Carolyn says Shayla playing Amber and Anthony again. NDA needs to be signed. No, only I disagree with Keisha. Vanswell said Wayne wasting his money with this idea. Come on, friends. Give me more things. Let me see what you guys are saying. Should she air out, yes or no? Give me some more things here so I can read y'all's things. Not at first. Don't do it, Amber. Oh no. No, this is the worst idea. No, because her business is going to get exposed. Yesterday, Charmaine said, we need to pull out the big guns them. Charmaine said, Amber, need to pull out the big guns them. Big ballistic missile she need to pull out on Shayla right now. That's what she said, need to pull out a ballistic missile. The big guns. The cannons. Amber could tell her story. No way. No, it will backfire. You guys really think Shayla is not going to... Lord gosh. No way. Amber would come off as the bad guy. Mommy, I'm with you. I'm sick of the same old what? Old scenes. It will backfire if Amber does. No. It's going to be good disastrous for Amber. Once they get started on her, she might have to use it as defense. But doesn't Amber's business already in the streets? Not in that type of streets. And by the way, they were listening to us yesterday. Listen to Amber, they were listening to us.
Hey, Stop, both of y'all. Because what you're saying to me is I wasn't embarrassed and humiliated enough with the people in my life. You want me to go on national, well, it's not television, but you know what I'm saying. You want me to go out there and tell the whole world how my husband humiliated me. I am still married to this man.
You are still hanging with her, so apparently you're not embarrassed enough.
Okay, the thing that you guys are not looking at is the people in Atlanta. Well, I couldn't say the people in Atlanta because not everyone in Atlanta knows this, but the people in their circle versus going on a national platform or going on YouTube or whatever it is, so people could share a video is a difference. And I'm telling y'all this right now. If Amber pulls out the Shayla card and pull out the baby card, I'm telling you, Shayla is pulling out the Wayne card. And then everything is going to change. The optics are going to change. It's not going to look like Amber is the saint. She's going to lose a lot of credibility because people are going to say, well, yeah, I mean, that happened to you because of what? That's what you're going to get. So if you have been saying yes, just know this. When you're on a reality TV show, all your business is on blast. So it's just like that on a podcast when it comes to questions come up. That's why. That's right. Dama Magazer, she is lost. This is a disaster. This will be a disaster for her. You know Shayla, Delisa, or Lauren will expose Amber and Anthony. Correct. Not only that, they're going to expose everything that Amber has done with Wayne. They're going to bring it up. Listen to me. If I was Shayla, why would I not expose Amber's business? You know, let me ask you that. Let me ask y'all this. But I'm going to work it thing up, Shaman. Amber will get upset. She would. Shayla wants her on the podcast. Blow up Amber on there. That's correct. It would be the 4 against Amber, and they would make a fool of her. They might destroy a marriage. It's too fragile. That's what I've been saying. Bondswell, I don't understand why she's still worried about the money. She's a millionaire. By the way, I didn't get that. Because I don't know what Amber is talking about with the money business. Only in Skitland, but not worldwide. I don't think Amber will talk about Shayla and Anthony until she's pushed to do it. But that's what they're going to question each other about. That's what they're going to do. They're going to push her to talk about this. Delisia and Lauren aren't girls who are playing games. They're not playing games. They don't play fair. Delisia and Lauren don't play fair. Just understand that. Delisia and Lauren don't play fair. See, I like this scene because this scene is trying to talk to people these days who try to air their business in the public. O'Neill, there's been a saying in Jamaica, once bitten, twice shy. That's correct. Shayla will eat her up. Amber cannot handle Shayla. Me glad you put this out, thing there. Me glad you put this out to people. This is why this is a bad idea. Not the best idea at all. They're going to eat her up. Listen to me. Lauren and thing there doesn't. You've seen what they've done to the honeypot girl. You see how the girl deliberately turned against the honeypot girl. Deliberately. You think they're going to have mercy for Amber? Remember, Abigail is their friend. Hold on, it look like y'all forget this. Remember that Abigail is their friend. Don't forget that. And they know what time it is. They know that Amber is friends with Danielle. Sometimes I think y'all don't really realize what's going on. They're going to talk about escort services and how them play men. They will. Danielle needs to be there. I'm in the podcast is going on, and the podcast just a bystander to make sure Amber is straight. That not gonna work either. Because Abigail not gonna care. And she can't manage Abigail. This is why I have to let sleeping dogs lie. When Shayla makes a fool of her, she'll blame Anthony for not protecting her. Abigail going to come out, Carly Red going to come out. You don't want to battle these girls. They don't play fair, and they're not the type you want to go at it with. Leave these girls alone and move on. Listen, don't stoop to these girls' level because you can't go up on them level. Them not married, they have nothing to lose. That's what y'all not getting. Hold on. Did you see that King called Lauren a scammer? I need to put that in there. O'Neal, there may be a war of words between Shayla and Amber. Amber might not back down. She might not. But all I'm saying is, whatever effect she's going to try to get on Shayla, she's not going to get that effect because it's going to blow back on her. That's the problem, you know. The war of words is no problem at all. That's okay. Them can have a war of words. But it will not look good on her part either. It won't. So she's not going to come out unscathed. I don't have on my glasses. Forgive me, O'Neal. No problem. That's okay. You're so right, O'Neal. And may I tell you, if you think Amber is going to come out of this unscathed, y'all make a sad mistake. Y'all don't understand. Certain girls don't play fair. Stop thinking them going to come be having pride and what. They're not ashamed. I told you this yesterday. Shayla has no shame. And when somebody not ashamed, you tend to want to stay away from them. Leave them alone. It's not worth it. That's what I tell you. It's not worth it. Charmaine, look when Amber was at the game and Amber started telling Shayla business. She tried to stop Amber. Yes, but the deal of the matter is, that is true, you know. That is true. She may bring it out, but I'm just telling you that Amber will have to get ready for the blowback of the Wayne story because that is going to come up and people are going to critique it hard. If you were to give the world this, if this was a real story and they put this out inside of the public space, trust me, Amber would have feel it. I'm telling y'all. Vanswell is telling y'all it's not worth it. Vanswell is telling you it's not worth it. Amber have more things that the people can talk and them can discuss. O'Neal, unless Amber tell her own dirty laundry, then Shayla won't be able to do it about her. There you go. Amber should not be friends with this guy. Exactly. They're not equally yoked friends. That's what we need to know. Amber cannot do this. We are all going to be shocked when we see Shayla take up for Amber. Because she's the only married person on the podcast. She will be the butt of everyone's jokes. Exactly. She married. She have more to lose. She have more for people to criticize her for than the girls that want to have nobody. That's what O'Neal is saying. That's exactly what O'Neal is saying. You just got to pick your battles, guys. You have to pick your battles. Lauren and Delicia only knows what Shayla told them. But Amber knows the truth that Shayla does not want Iman to know her dirty secrets. That may be so. That may be so. But the truth of the matter is it's not enough compared to the blowback that Amber would get. Nothing is wrong with a preemptive strike, but it's a retaliation. So you're saying Shayla don't want Amber to tell the whole story. Lauren does not care. She not no morals. Me I tell you, them not no morals. Lauren has no morals. Delicia has barely any morals. She just have it just right now because of Shayla. Carly Red has no morals. Abigail has no morals. These girls don't care. They don't care. And they're not married. So they have nothing to lose. That is the deal. They have nothing at all to lose. Reality TV destroys families. Thank you very much, Wanda. We might be in for a surprise, yeah? I mean, look here. I think they're going to put her on it because you know Wayne already. Wayne will do what the audience doesn't want him to do. That's just how he works. He's going to do what the audience doesn't want. I know. We know how Wayne works. Nope. Iman, Shayla have nothing at all. Shayla does not have a lot to lose. Nope. Iman's still going to date her. Based on what Iman got going on now, Shayla has more to lose than and his name is Iman. Nah, she ain't going to lose Iman for that. Nope. I disagree on the one that she's not going to lose him for that. Amber only have energy for Anthony, but Amber can't compete with those girls. She cannot. She not have the juice. Certain girls have the juice. Amber don't have the juice for those girls. Amber deserves whatever happens. She should have never entertained Shayla. Anthony trying to get Shayla still. All their secrets will come out. Well, Amber shouldn't be buddy with Shayla at all. Thank you very much, Tina. That's what O'Neal say as well. But that's why I mean I like the idea of the podcast pieces. That's all I'm just saying. But I wanted to see what y'all said. Y'all have raised some really, really good points. So let me work on something here. Let me change gears a little bit because I feel like I did this one today and I have some strong words. See? One journey and I have the juice. One journey and I have the juice. Amber does not have the juice. She does not have the juice. You have to have the juice. You have to be toxic to stay with toxic people. You need to be toxic. Or else you're wasting your time. You need to be toxic to deal with the dragons. Because they have no shame. Them have no shame. Notice how them are scammer. Them not have no shame. Look at how Lauren is behaving right now. No shame. Stop it, Amber. Ain't no more checked out of this marriage than Ernestine was a great wife with Jay. Eh? So let's work on this. Willoughby Sonny? Whenever you call Sonny Willoughby's for. Why you call Sonny Willoughby's? Let's work on this real quickly.
Hey, Danielle, how you doing?
Hey, Anthony, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah.
Were you really good when you, went to Ben and tried to get me in trouble? I'm sorry, I just want to be really clear. So, my name is Danielle. My name is not Amber.
Danielle.
So, I'm sorry, but he needs to know. Mr. Cornball over here needs to know.
Danielle, you can't call.
I'm serious.
You cannot call.
I don't like this because I'm going to say it so y'all can hear it. If the roles were reversed, Amber could never be checking Ben without Miss Lady here hopping in. Amber, let me say that again. Amber could never be checking Ben without, Danielle putting her in her place. Let me just tell y'all that. And not for nothing. Yeah. Let's just get that straight. Amber could never be checking Ben. Never. Thank you very much, Marie. Amber emasculating Anthony is tiring. She needs an older brother around to help her to be a woman instead of trying to be emasculate a masculine man. I don't like how Amber is rolling in the marriage, friends. Because y'all are saying that she needs support and whatever else it is and all of this kind of thing. But what it's starting to do is it's starting to bend Anthony. Well, he's also allowing it. But it's starting to bend him to a point where not even she's going to want him. Not even she's going to want. If the man she claims she thinks she wants, she's not going to want him. If Shayla loses Iman, she still has a millionaire in her corner. And if Amber loses Anthony, she won't have anything. She should rethink this. Shayla in a win-win situation. Did you guys see the nonsense, little jealousy in Danielle while she down playing Amber Photoshop? Or photo shoot, I apologize. Anthony was not trying to get Danielle in trouble. He was only telling Ben about the incident. Thank you very much. Me never like this Charmian. Me never like this. Have the white woman correct your husband. Have the woman correct your husband. Danielle and Keisha are hilarious, but Danielle does seem a little bit invested in the Daltons mark. Too invested. Thank you very much. A little bit too invested. Amber should Amber told Danielle to leave the restaurant. You will not be talking to my husband like that. That's what she should have told her. She should have told her that. No one could talk to your husband like that. You can't make nobody come around and disrespect your husband like this. Just like y'all say when Anthony don't stand up for her, more on the same thing on the next side. This was not pleasing. I call him cornball and all sorts of different things. Oh, people had emasculate their husband like that.
My husband a cornball.
Amber,
That's disrespectful.
you know what's disrespectful? Anthony trying to get me in trouble with my own husband.
I was not trying to get you in trouble with Ben.
Okay, all right. So then tell me what your intention was.
Okay, so if I would have said something like that to you, you wouldn't have told your husband about it?
So we have the same argument. Was there like some sort of conversation while I was in the bathroom?
No.
Look, you can gaslight her all you want with that photo
Wow.
shoot that you did, but you're not going to gaslight me.
Danielle.
Because Ben is not.
See, Amber can barely get a word in. She cannot even manage Danielle. That's how much now Danielle has gone off the rails. She cannot even manage Danielle. But what Danielle told her before? What Danielle told her? Danielle told her that she lacks boundaries. So Danielle has figured Amber out. Danielle has figured Amber out. That's correct. She has figured Amber out. Of course. Mommy, thank you very much for the super chat. She has disrespected her as well. Danielle has figured Amber out. That's what's going on. Danielle has figured her out. Danielle has figured out that Amber, you can do anything when it comes to the Daltons. Danielle has figured out that you can do anything that you want. When it comes to the Daltons, you can get in and you can tell them anything. This has always been O'Neill's problem when it comes to the Daltons. This is my problem. Anthony don't know how to keep himself together and don't get Shayla in a marriage, and Amber does the same thing with our friends then. It goes both ways between the two of them. Ethically wrong. This is what O'Neil have talked about. Thank you for the super chat, mommy. Amber needs to find out about Iman and Delisha, and then she'll blow Shayla on the podcast, and Amber will bring all of them down. Anthony needs to get more gas from you, O'Neil. He's disrespectful. He is disrespectful. How he's over at Shayla's house. Stop talking. Stop taking up for him. That is, me already light him up for being over. Let me work at something. First and foremost, Avis, Shayla called him over to come do some medicine business. Me light him up for his Iman comments, but me can't light him up for going over there to drop medicine off for his child. Me can't light him up for that. If my wife has her daughter or son, right, and she had a baby before me with another man, and she has to drop medicine off for that kid over by the house, me can't light her up for that. I cannot light her up for that. Me just can't light her up for that. Because at the end of the day, the kid will come first. That's a part of this entire thing. I would hope to find a way how to do it where them can work it out. But let's say there was a one-off incident that she had to do that. I would have had to find some way of dealing with that. So I can't light him up too much for that. I light him up for the comments about Iman, but I can't light him up for having to deliver medicine for his son. I can't beat him up on that. If I have to do that, that I have to do. No, in this regard, no woman or no man is supposed to be checking your husband like this. Or your wife like this. Nobody is supposed to be doing this to them and you not jumping in. That's all I'm saying. They're making Danielle more gangster than Amber. This is why Amber can't go on the podcast. She cannot even manage Danielle, who can't manage Gabriel. Let's work on the moves on the board. Danielle cannot manage Abigail. Can't manage Abigail. And Amber can barely manage Danielle. She listen how soft her now hold on, you're gonna soft. They have realized that the Daltons have no backbone. That is correct. No, I will agree with this, Avis, that the man's supposed to be the backbone. So yes, a lot of the weakness is coming from Anthony. But I'm also showing you how some of the other pieces work. That's why you have to be very careful with this idea of support and all of different things, because sometimes it can go overboard. Anthony's need for please Amber has gone so far that now him basically would take anything because him just want to keep her happy, and that no work. That no work. That doesn't work. But anyway, Daniel is a mad white woman. Can't manage Abigail. If Abigail come in her room, she mash up. Abigail are going to eat them for lunch. Abigail would eat Danielle and Amber for lunch. Abigail will eat the two of them for lunch. May I tell you that right now. Abigail would have eaten both of them for lunch. That's how much Abigail can do whatever it is. Eat them for lunch. Eat them for lunch. Let's not forget Abigail thing. Let's not forget she would eat them for lunch. Them can't manage Abigail. In case you don't forget who is Abigail, in case you all forget, let me just go. Hold on. In case you, I know the memory. I know y'all's memory short sometimes. So let me make sure the memory not get too short. Let me make sure that your memory gets warmed back up. Let me show you how Abigail will eat them for lunch. Take her to the back.
Okay. Danielle, what is going on? Danielle, you are making a scene.
Do you know who that is?
No, who is that?
That is Abigail.
The Abigail?
Oh, God.
Okay. All right. Take a breath. Take a breath. Take a breath.
It's okay.
Take a breath. Okay.
You see that? You see that? Hold on. Let me get Abigail. For sure, they said these girls don't play. For lunch. Look on that. Different type of black woman this. This is a different type of black woman. So all of the people that's coming up, making it seem as whatever it is. Different type of black woman this. Eat the one of them for look unbothered. Lunch. Come, Charmian, tell me, Charmian. Charmian, tell me something about Abigail. Tell me something about Abigail. What we know about Abigail is that Abigail has taken Ben's money. Lunchtime. Daniel Bailey can manage. Daniela breed shot. This is gangster. The lady is there and she's sipping like nothing is going on. She is unbothered. People like them, they have to watch out for. Unbothered. Let me explain something to you. This, you don't just run up on. Unbothered. And you know when black woman get unbothered is a whole different thing. When black woman get unbothered like this, don't just run up. When black women, let me explain something to you. What that black men know. When black women get unbothered, don't run up. Don't run up. When black woman get unbothered, please don't run up. That's one thing only know. When you see black woman get like this and them get unbothered, don't run up.
Pure fire. I don't want corruption.
Don't run up, because you run up, you might just get done up. Charmian, if Daniel had run up, she might have just gotten done up. And Ben got tricked. That is correct, Vanswell. Ben got tricked. When black women get unbothered, don't run up. Don't run in. Don't run in. Because black women not play with people. I'm just letting y'all know. Black women don't play with people. Women like Abigail are not just to be just work with just so. They know the field. When you see black woman stay, so you're mad. You can't just run up on black women like this who look unbothered. No. No way. No way. When you see black women like this, let me see y'all's statements. Let me read y'all's comments. Let me see y'all's comments. I'm telling y'all before and I say, you can't stay there. Y'all can't stay there and think, say, I saw this thing work. But no, O'Neal, but, please. Abigail realized that Amber is a weak fence. That's why she's doing what she's doing. Danielle knows that Amber is a weak fence. Danielle thinks that Amber is a weak fence. She could have moved. Oh, she want to move. She knows she's a weak fence. The Daltons have allowed too many people in their marriage. Thank you very much, Annette, but because that is true. Abigail could care less because she's back to the big old house that she paid for with Ben money on the other hand. Daniel and Ben have to start over all again. Abigail could care less. Could care less. And Drea about to take some more money out and pocket again. I think Drea is a honey trap set by Daniel. They realize that Amber is a weak fence. They realize they can use her just like what Shayla has done. Daniel has realized how to use her. That's what's going on. That's what's going on, friends. That is what is going on. That's what's going on. Don't play with the black woman like this. Daniel need to go worry about Drea because she about to lose Ben for another 3 years. Well, let me explain something to you. You said not every unbothered person can fight. I'm not saying nay, but we're talking about Daniel here. Me don't think Daniel have the hands them. I think Daniel is more like a Sonny. I think Daniel is, not Daniel, Abigail is more like a Sonny. And we all know how Sonny worked out. If you ask me, who do I think Abigail is like? I think Abigail give me a Sonny vibe. And we all know. Let me see if I can find the Sonny. Let me see if I can find Sonny. Let me see if I can find Sonny. And we all know when we are talking about 2-piece and a biscuit. Eh? Hold on, man. Hold on, O'Neal. Hold on. Y'all talking about whatever it is. Y'all think this thing is a joke. Let me get my clip. Let me get the clip. Y'all are messing around. I don't think this thing is a joke thing. Where's the Charmian? Charmian, you might can put it on Charmian, but Daniel is no sport. Please. We're not afraid. Nobody's afraid of Daniel, Charmian. Nobody's afraid of Daniel. Nobody is afraid of Daniel, Charmian. No one is afraid. No one is afraid of Daniel. Nobody's afraid of Daniel like that, Charmian. Charmian, the people them is not afraid of Daniel. That's what I say. Them not afraid. Them not scared, Charmian. Let me just remind you, Charmian, let me show you exactly what it might be. Let me show you what it might be, Charmian, since as you want to know. Let me show you something. Let me show you something, Charmian. Let me show you something real. Real, Charmian. This is what she might get.
So you drop the address and she not even here.
Excuse me. How can I help you guys?
We looking for Dom.
Dom. So what's your name?
My name is Elena.
No, baby, not you. What's your name?
My name is Sunny. Where Dom at?
Sunny. Oh, Sunny. So you the one I got to drag for talking crazy to my manager.
Who you finna drag? You finna drag who?
You unwrapping her. What's up?
Girl,
finish her.
Get her. Beat her. Oh, I know that. I'm about to stomp her too. Stop playing. Who you playing with, huh? Playing with the white one.
Excellent.
Beat her. Playing with, huh? Who you playing with, huh?
You see that? You see that, Charmian? You see that? Charmian, you see that? Let me just show you that, Charmian. Nobody run a joke. When you see the black woman them get unbothered, this is what it is.
Who you playing with, huh? Stop. Who you playing with, huh? Got the right one.
You see that, Charmian? take you all back to Abigail's face again. Let me make you see Abigail's face. That's the look at her face. You see that face there? Charmaine, you know better to play with them face there. That's all I'm saying, Charmaine. The one thing we know, Charmaine, is don't bother unbothered black woman because she might do anything at all. We know this. We know this.
Excellent.
Sonny was unbothered when Dominique that do all her thing. Them Sonny get unbothered. Each time Dominique would run her mouth, Sonny was unbothered. Unbothered. Elena making pure nice with you. Elena is unbothered. Finish him. Yeah, listen to me.
Finish her.
That's right. Yeah? Danielle is like a Dominique. All bark and no bite. So we're not afraid of that. We're not afraid of what?
Okay, let me take her to the back.
Okay.
Oh my God. That can't fight. Rent free. Anyways, friends. The point of the matter is the Daltons them have allowed what's her name? They have allowed this girl to come in at a marriage in between the two of them. Nobody should be between the two of them. The point of the matter is that Oni's raising. Look here. I would love to see them together. I'd love to see Anthony and Amber together. I don't want them to be getting people in at them thing. And all I was just saying is that Amber needs to back Anthony the same way. That's it. That's it. Asthma attack. She catch heart attack. There you go. Heart attack. Charmaine, she take one look at Abigail and she get heart attack. Chest a frat and everything. She can't even manage. Oh my God. They have to get her a glass of water and put smelling salt over her nose, The ramble with black woman, them. Just don't play with them at all. Ladies and gentlemen, like, share, comment, subscribe. It is such a pleasure hanging out with you guys today. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you all for hanging out with me. I'm going to sign off. I'll talk to you all soon. We love you all. Thank you very much for tuning into the show. Charmaine, enjoy the rest of your birthday. Have a good night. Welcome to the audio show. All I've got is just for you. You ready for my beef tonight? I'm okay, just treat me right. Come in, me people, come in, me friend. What you gonna do when you come to defend? Question ask, me answer them. Wheel it up and pull it up and mash again.